Ground beef now costs more than the federal minimum wage in America. That stat comes from a Money Magazine analysis published in March 2026. Ground beef averages $6.70 a pound nationwide today. Eggs are still recovering. Dairy is climbing. Produce keeps creeping higher weekly. The average American family spends $1,400 monthly on groceries. Yet, back in 1932, a pound of beef cost only 17 cents. Bread was 8 cents a loaf, eggs 18 cents a dozen. And here's the kicker, families fed 9 kids on those wages. How did they pull it off when grocery dollars stretched even further? The answer is 15 tricks that save $200 monthly. I learned them from my grandmother before she passed last spring. She raised 7 children in rural Ohio during the worst Depression years. Stick around till trick 15 because that's the one that changed everything. But first, tell me down below where you are watching from today. And what one grocery item is hurting your wallet the worst now? I read every comment, whether you're in Buffalo, Birmingham, or Bakersfield. Now let's roll into trick number 1, the Sunday inventory check. Every Sunday morning, my grandmother walked her pantry like a quartermaster. She wrote down every can, every box, every jar she had. Most American families skip this step, costing them $40 monthly. Try it this Sunday, and you'll find dinner already on your shelves. Trick number 2, never throw out a single bread heel again. Toss them in a freezer bag, and you've got free breadcrumbs. Bake them with butter and garlic for the best croutons ever. French toast, bread pudding, and stuffing all start with that bag. Trick 3 sounds completely insane, but stick with me here, folks. It's called mock apple pie, made completely without any apples. This recipe predates the Depression, going back to the 1800s. Pioneer families crossing the Great Plains made this when fruit was scarce. You use Ritz crackers, lemon juice, sugar, cinnamon, and cream of tartar. The cream of tartar reacts with sugar to mimic real apples perfectly. Nabisco printed this recipe on Ritz cracker boxes starting in 1935. Make this for your family this weekend and watch their reaction. Trick 4 is similarly mind-blowing. My grandmother called it Wacky Cake. This chocolate cake has no eggs, no milk, and no butter. Mix flour, cocoa, sugar, baking soda, vinegar, oil, water, and vanilla. The vinegar reacts with baking soda to create the lift eggs provide. Wacky Cake was born during Depression and saved families during rationing. A whole cake costs under $2 and beats most boxed mixes. Quick check-in, folks. Are you saving your kitchen scraps or tossing them? Drop a yes or no below. This matters for trick number 5. Because trick 5 is vegetable scrap broth from things you throw away. Save onion peels, carrot tops, celery ends, and garlic skins together. When the bag is full, simmer with water and salt 2 hours. You just made restaurant broth that costs $5 per carton normally. But hold up, I gotta share something from Grandma's recipe box. Tucked behind her biscuit recipe was a note in shaky handwriting. It said, "Waste nothing, want nothing. That's how we made it." That single sentence flipped a switch in my brain about shopping. And that mindset brings us to trick 6, the meatloaf multiplier. This trick fed entire neighborhoods during the worst Depression years possible. You take 1 pound of ground beef, but here's the magic part. Mix in oatmeal, breadcrumbs, an egg, and chopped onions or peppers. Suddenly, that pound of meat feeds 6 people instead of 3. With beef inflation at 12%, this saves $100 monthly. Try it on your next grocery trip. You'll never go back. Trick 7 is short and sweet, the manager's special meat strategy. Stores like Kroger, Safeway, Publix, and Albertsons mark down meat early. Look for those bright yellow stickers, 50 to 60% off. Take it home, freeze the same day. It keeps several months. Hit your store right when it opens for the best deals available. Now, I gotta be straight with you about something that bothers me. Financial gurus on TikTok say to just earn more money instead. But that advice is garbage for most American families just surviving. You cannot out-earn bad spending habits, and our grandparents knew this. Which leads us into trick 8, my favorite oddball, Hoover Stew. This dish was named after President Hoover during the worst years. You boil pasta, hot dogs, canned tomatoes, and corn together. That's the entire recipe. Feeds a family of 6 under $5. Folks living in Hoovervilles across America survived on this for years. Add hot sauce or chili powder, and honestly, it tastes pretty good. Make this Tuesday night. Your kids will be requesting it weekly. All right, we're cruising into trick 9, the one whole chicken method. Forget those pricey boneless chicken breasts. They are a complete ripoff. Buy one whole chicken instead, stretch it across 3 different dinners. Night 1, roast it whole, with potatoes, carrots, and onions together. Night 2, shred leftover meat for sandwiches, tacos, or chicken salad. Night 3, simmer the bones with vegetables and noodles for soup. You just fed a family 3 nights, under $15 total. Quick check-in, folks. Which trick are you planning to try this week? Drop the number below. Tell me which American city you're watching from. I love hearing from Phoenix, Atlanta, Chicago, Denver, Seattle, and beyond. Now, hold on. I almost forgot what else was in that box. Underneath the recipes was a tiny notebook with grocery prices from 1934. She had written down every penny she spent at the corner market. A loaf of bread, 8 cents. A pound of beef, 17. Adjusted for inflation, that beef would cost about $3.50. Today, ground beef averages over $6 at most American stores. Which brings us to trick 10, the egg stretching technique perfected. With egg prices swinging wildly, this trick really matters right now. When you scramble eggs, add milk for every 2 eggs cracked. 2 eggs plus a quarter cup of milk feeds 3 people. For omelets, throw in chopped vegetables or leftover meat to bulk. This trick saved millions of families during World War II rationing. Trick 11 is something you have walked past hundreds of times. The day-old bakery rack at your store, tucked away in corners. Bread, donuts, bagels, pastries mark down 50 to 70% overnight. Bread freezes beautifully, so stock up and toss extras into freezer. Folks in expensive cities like New York and Boston swear by this. Look for that rack next grocery run. You'll never shop same. Now we're getting heavy hitters with trick 12, loss leader hunting. Every grocery store puts items on deep discount to lure customers. These are called loss leaders. Smart shoppers build menus around them. Grab the weekly flyer, see what's on sale, plan your meals. Chicken thighs at 99 cents means chicken 3 nights weekly. This shift can cut your grocery bill 20 to 30% monthly. Wait, before trick 13, I gotta show you something else amazing. At the bottom was a recipe card stained with old coffee. It was for milk toast, sometimes called graveyard stew in family. Toast bread, butter it, pour hot milk over, sprinkle some sugar. That was breakfast, lunch, and dinner during the absolute worst times. Which brings us to trick 13, home canning during peak summer. In summer, tomatoes hit 50 cents a pound at farmers markets. By January, that same jar cost you $4 at retail. States like Iowa, Ohio, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania still have huge canning communities. Start this August, your pantry will feed your family all winter. Trick 14 is one of my favorites because it is essentially free. You can regrow vegetables on your kitchen windowsill from scraps already. Green onions, romaine lettuce, celery, and garlic will sprout in water. Stick the bottom inch in a glass with a little water. Within a week, fresh green onions ready to snip for dinner. Folks in Seattle, Portland, Brooklyn love this for needing zero space. All right, folks, the moment you have been waiting for. Trick 15. This is the Sunday cook-up. It changed everything for my family. Sunday afternoon, you cook one big batch of 3 base ingredients. Roast a chicken, simmer beans, cook rice, chop a tray of veggies. Then, for the rest of the week, mix and match into meals. Monday is chicken bowls. Tuesday is bean burritos. Wednesday is soup. You eliminate takeout, stop wasting food, cut your grocery bill significantly. Households in New Hampshire waste over $3,300 yearly. The Sunday cook-up could put $1,500 back in your pocket. Start this Sunday. See results in your wallet by next month. Add it all up, over $200 in monthly savings. That's $2,400 yearly, real money in any family pocket. Our grandparents knew something we forgot. Frugality is a skill. Always. They lived by a saying, use it up, wear out, make do. That mindset got an entire generation through the toughest economic times. And honestly, folks, it can get us through whatever comes today. My grandmother passed away with $17 in her bank account. But she left me something far more valuable than money ever. She left me knowledge that you don't need riches to feed family. You just need to remember the wisdom an entire generation forgot. So before your next grocery run, please try just one trick. Maybe the meatloaf multiplier, maybe Hoover Stew, maybe the cook-up. Then come back and tell me which one worked for you today. Drop your favorite trick below, along with the city you're watching. Are you up in Boston, down in San Diego, or DC area? Or somewhere more affordable, like West Virginia, Arkansas, or rural Iowa? Smash that like button, hit subscribe. See you next week, friends. Take care of yourselves, and every penny saved is a penny earned.